Hi, I'm Scott Mansell, Driver 61's resident racer and coach, and welcome to our question and answer series. Today's question comes from Eric in Kent, and he asks, how much help is left foot braking? Clearly it isn't going to help with corners that require downshift, but how much time can it save? So whether we should left foot brake or not is one of those questions that many drivers ask themselves. And to be honest, if you left foot brake well, it is quicker than right foot braking. However, if you left foot brake in a mediocre fashion and don't do it particularly well, right foot braking is probably quicker. Now, Eric mentions that he's driving a Caterham which has a H-pattern gearbox. So this means that he can only left foot brake on a few corners that don't require a downshift. So the overall gain over a lap is somewhat decreased, because if you only need to, or if you don't need to downshift for only a few corners on the lap, you're only going to make a tiny advantage in each of those corners, and only for maybe one or two corners per lap, so it won't make a huge difference. However, if he has a good sensitivity in his left foot and he can brake, it will save him a little bit of time. So the main advantages of left foot braking is the time that it takes your right foot to get from the accelerator onto the brake. If you're using your right foot to accelerate and your left foot to brake, you don't have this gap in coming off the accelerator and getting back on the brake again with your right foot. The second thing is, and for me probably the most important, is that if you're using your left foot to brake, it's already on the pedal, and it means that you can feel where the pedal is and you know exactly how much pressure to put into the brake pedal. If you're using your right foot to come from the accelerator to the brake pedal, even though you'll be very familiar with your car, your foot still has to come across in a car that might be moving around and bumping around, and then get on the brake pedal. Now, you also have some kind of momentum when you get on the brake, so it means that the initial part of the braking phase can actually be quite rough. Imagine your foot comes off the accelerator, has to move across, move away from the pedals, and then get back on the brake pedal. This initial momentum actually causes a bit of a lack of feel, and you can shock the brake pedal. The third advantage of left foot braking is that your left foot can solely concentrate on braking. You don't have to go from feeling the accelerator to feeling the brake. You have one foot that's solely used for left foot braking if you're in a paddle shift car. Obviously, if you're in a H-pattern car, you've got to use that left foot to use the clutch on the corners where you need to downshift. But you can finesse your left foot for the brake pedal, and you will have increases in feel and response for that brake pedal. The final thing that you can do with left foot braking is actually you can keep the accelerator flat out and just brush the brakes with your left foot. If you just need to take a little bit of speed out of the car, or transfer the weight of the car when you're coming into a quick corner, or a corner where you don't have to have a big stop. Now, the advantage of this, rather than just lifting off the accelerator, is that you can be a bit more precise with the brake pedal. You don't need to lift off the accelerator. And as I mentioned in the Drivers University tutorial on weight transfer, the less weight transfer that we have, so the smaller the movement to the front of the car, the higher the overall grip level. Therefore, if you're coming into a corner where you only need to decelerate a tiny amount, you could keep the accelerator flat and just knock off a little bit of speed by brushing the brake pedal with your left foot. This will transfer less weight than just lifting off the accelerator, and therefore give us a slightly higher overall grip level, meaning we can carry a little bit more speed through the corner. So in summary, left foot braking is advantageous if you are good at it, but I would say that in a H-pattern car, and if you're not used to left foot braking, then probably right foot braking is the way to go, because you have better feel and you can only use left foot braking in probably a couple of corners at each circuit. So give it a go, see if you get on with it, but if you don't, I would continue with right foot braking. However, if you have a paddle shift car where you don't need to use the clutch to downshift and you can left foot brake on every corner of a circuit, I would definitely give left foot braking some time and try to get used to it. Now, one of the ways that you can learn to get some feel in your left foot, because when people first try left foot braking, they always get on the brakes way too hard. So the best way to practice is in your road car. With the assisted brakes in the car, it's actually a lot harder, and you need more feel to left foot brake or generally brake in a road car, because they're a lot more sensitive. So if you can just practice in a road car when it's safe to do so, very, very smoothly, and build the muscle memory, build the feeling in your left foot. Then when you get in a race car or a track car, it will be a lot easier. So you just need to spend as much time as possible learning this feeling and getting the muscle memory sorted, so that when you jump in your race car, it's not a shock to your brain and a shock to your system, really. So if you'd like to see the full in-depth tutorial on left foot braking, please check out the Drivers University on the driver61.com site. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe by clicking down here. If you'd like to check out the Drivers University for more in-depth tutorials, please click up here. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.